It is time to begin. So we're going to continue our Get Your Marketing in Motion series, find the low-hanging fruit. And this morning, we're going to focus on multiple income streams. But before we do that, I just want to set the tone again, focus of this webinar. It's based on the reality that you can't steer something that's not in motion. That's why we call it Getting Your Marketing in Motion. And the idea is for every business owner, sales rep, is once you get something going, then you can begin to guide your marketing. But you need to take a step and move forward in some way. Now, if you're going to move forward with your marketing in some way, then strategically, at the least, what you want to do is pick the most effective way to move forward and the most effective actions to take to get your marketing in motion. So that's where the low-hanging fruit focus of this webinar comes. And the whole focus of this webinar is if you were to do one thing just to get your marketing rolling forward so things can begin to happen, you can begin steering your marketing, what would that be? What would the easiest, most effective action be to get your marketing in motion? And that's where the low-hanging fruit comes in. The idea of the low-hanging fruit is that you find some marketing action that doesn't require a lot of research. It doesn't require a lot of learning. It doesn't require a big investment. It's very small investment just to get moving. And when those factors are true, then you've got a low-hanging fruit marketing strategy or tactic that you can apply to move your marketing forward. Then you can leverage the results of that marketing tactic to finance longer-term marketing strategies. So this morning, we have an awesome webinar, an opportunity to talk to an expert in multiple streams of income, creating multiple streams of income. And you wonder, how are multiple streams of income a low-hanging fruit tactic? Well, if you are a small business and you're a business startup, you're probably looking at a few different options to finance your startup. Maybe you're working in a job currently and you're using that job to finance your business startup, and you start up your business part-time and then move to full-time. Or on the other hand, maybe you get a loan and you use that loan money. That can be both good because then you have the seed money and you can do a lot more up front, but it can also be scary because then you've got this loan hanging over your head to pay back. And so a lot of people decide, okay, I am going to, self-finance my business startup. I'm going to do it with my current job, working part-time on my business startup until I can gradually get enough money going to go full-time with my business startup. Or Stan is going to present a third option. And the third option is that you find an alternate stream of income. And so Stan's going to present this, and I won't go into it right now because that's his webinar. But this is the golden third option for financing a business startup, or if you have a business going, for financing your marketing or financing your vacations, or there are a number of things that you may want to finance that are beyond what income you're generating from your business. And so an alternate stream of income is a powerful way to finance some of the things you'd like to experience in your business and in your personal life. So who is Stan? He's got over 45 years of business experience, 25 years of martial arts experience. And martial arts did a couple things for him. One is that the whole idea of martial arts is creating focus and discipline. And boy, you really need those in a business. And so Stan is a master of focus and discipline. And then also in his martial arts business, he just, I think, quadrupled or more that business just by creating some systems for that business. And that's a whole nother webinar of Stan's at some time in the future. So he's also had 15 years of small business management and marketing, 40 to 250 members in 4 years. What does that mean, Stan?
That's just the membership base with the martial arts business. We grew it from 40 members. That's what we bought it as, and then grew it to 250 members inside of that 4-year period.
So that's a factor of more than 6 times. Fantastic. Yes. And then Stan is an expert at database marketing systems, and this is the system by which you generate more contacts. You put your contacts, your clients into a database, and then you market to that database and generate more business. But there's a real science to it. Stan's a master of this science. And in conjunction with this, CRM systems and automations, automating your business, automating your, in particular, your communications with your clients and your contacts, because you don't only be in contact with the people on your list so often if you're making phone calls. But if you automate that system, you can greatly increase the touches and the engagement of your clients and contacts, and ultimately the generation of new business from these sources. And then Stan's also an expert in email systems and automations. And at some point, maybe he'll talk about the email tool he is using, which also creates funnels. Funnels which generate new contacts on the internet, and it's the kind of email system where you can set up an autoresponder and you send out regular emails to a new subscriber just to get them engaged. Email marketing keeps you top of mind to your clients, and these are the things that Stan is an expert in. But today, his focus is going to be on generating multiple streams, creating multiple streams of income, and he'll give us some idea what that is about. So, Stan, it's an honor to have you with us, and go for it.
All right, thanks, David. Appreciate it. I wanted to put this slide in here to just emphasize that most of my background is B2C, the business to consumer versus the B2B businesses, although I've worked in that arena as well. So, but this presentation, most of this information really applies quite a bit to the B2C, but there, you can see that how some of it will also apply over to some of the B2B organizations as well. And it's focused on, a big focus for me lately is how can I help local small businesses use online marketing strategies to grow their business? Because to me, there seems to be a big gap in that, whereas many small businesses are still trying to market their business in the traditional ways of marketing a small business, whether it's just the face-to-face networking or it's the, running ads or the local events or whatever. But if they were to do those items, but couple it with the online tools that are being used by online marketers, they can make their business growth, make it grow exponentially using some of those tools. So that's what we're going to focus on, is some of that. One of those tools being affiliate marketing. And affiliate marketing at one point had a bad name. And I think it had a bad name because people made all the wrong mistakes. They made tons of mistakes with it, of, spamming people, as well as promoting products that were not quality products. And, they just did a lot of things that maybe gave it a bad name. I'm going to show you some stats later that shows you how that has drastically changed. And I just want to emphasize that affiliate marketing is really, it's just a new twist on an old idea. I mean, the basic concept is you recommend a product or a service and you receive a commission for it. And lots of small businesses, period, still use that, in whether it's, you call it a referral or whether you call it, affiliate or any of that. That's the basic concept. You recommend the product and then you get the commission.
Can you give us an example, Stan, of affiliate marketing? What kind of product would you recommend? And just give us an example. What is affiliate marketing?
Actually, I'm going to give you some examples further on in the presentation, so you're going to get several examples.
Excellent.
But a quick example right now is, let's say that, for instance, one of the software tools I use is GetResponse. Well, if I'm talking to a client that needs an email system, then I can say to them, here, sign up for GetResponse, and then I can help them with that system, but also I receive a commission on their membership that they pay on that for that software tool. Another great example is our partner, Tori Jones, that Tori has a system that she uses, whereas if you refer someone to her, Tori then pays out a commission to you for that referral. And Tori has it very organized, just like many of these online companies, in terms of being able to do it on a very consistent basis so that she's staying on top of it, right? So that's a local example, and then that's an international example with the software.
Excellent. Thank you, Sam.
Mm-hmm. Good. What's our next slide?
Okay, here we go.
Okay, so we're just going to talk about how to use affiliate marketing along with this strategy that I used to call, with the martial arts business, I used to call it my 8 income generators. So I'm going to talk about these income generators, of which affiliate marketing is woven into some of those. All right. So let's go ahead to the next slide there. So there's basically 2 ways to participate as an affiliate, or to participate in affiliate marketing. One of them is to become an affiliate or someone else's product, like I am with GetResponse or some of the other products that I use, ClickFunnels and so forth, that I'm an affiliate. I market and I market their products, and as people buy those, I receive a commission on it. Tori Jones, I didn't know that Tori was going to be my subject today. So Tori uses it by she creating an affiliate program for people to sign up with her, right? So if you signed up with her as an affiliate and you refer business to her, now she's paying you a commission to refer that business to her. So for a local small business, that's a great way to get a sales force in place without hiring actual salespeople. And we're going to talk even a little bit more about that. So creating your own affiliate program to get others to market for you is a second and a great way to become involved in affiliate marketing. And so now, one of the stats that I saw that I thought was really interesting is that 81% of marketers and 84% of publishers leverage the power of affiliate marketing. To me, that was a shocking number. I didn't realize that number was so high, that there are so many publishers, meaning, these of blogs and of just media, right, that are using affiliate marketing as a means for, one, the publisher gets this sales team that I just talked about. They now have a much larger army of salespeople and marketing people that are helping them promote their products. And it's a great benefit for the marketer, because now marketers get to do what they like to do best. They get to do their marketing however they choose to do that. And there are a lot of ways to do it, whether it's YouTube, Facebook, writing blog posts, you name it. There's a lot of different ways to get the message out there. And so that number is increasing dramatically, and it's continuing to go up. What's our next slide?
Okay, and just a quick comment.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if we're going to talk about this later, but if you've been on the internet and you see all these review websites, and so
Yes.
it's a site like the top 10 tools for Facebook marketing, and then you click on that and you go to a page where they give a review of the top 10 tools, and then they have a link to purchase those tools. Well, those links are affiliate links, and that's one strategy. I don't know if you're going to get into that, Stan, but
No, that's a great comment, because that's exactly what that is. So when you see that now, in fact, when you go to YouTube at this point and you type in any subject, you'll see so many videos that are of that nature, of people doing reviews and whatnot, that are mostly people doing affiliate marketing. So it's just grown exponentially since I first started looking at affiliate marketing in 2002. And started playing with it at that point. And it was like I said, the reputation wasn't necessarily all that great for it at that point, and most people didn't really understand it, and just really had a bad idea of what it really was. Nowadays, it's just changed drastically. So.
Yeah, and if you want to get into affiliate marketing, a very easy way would be to think of some area that you're interested in. I'm interested in trail running. So what I might do would then go to a number of trail running accessory shops on the internet, and then see who has an affiliate program. I sign up for those affiliate programs. Then I start blogging, reviewing running shoes, trail running shoes, hiking sticks, and all kinds of backpacks and camelback water systems, and I start reviewing all of those on the internet, the ones that I have an affiliate marketing program to. People, I maximize those pages, optimize those pages so that they're found on the internet. People find the pages and they say, wow, this is really good information. And then they happen to click on the links, goes to the store, and they purchase any of those items, and I get an affiliate commission. So that's a kind of easy, quick and dirty way to start an affiliate marketing program. Okay.
There's even a quicker, easier one, and we're going to talk about it in a little bit.
Okay.
So this is just one more stat that just shows the growth, right? 44 in just over a year, this last year, it's grown by 44%, right, of the searches on affiliate marketing. So lots of people are looking at it and looking for it. Okay. Now, what I thought I would do is I would give an example here of that whole idea I talked about with multiple income streams. I'm going to use the martial arts business because that was the best example that I have personally had that I can share with everyone. And that is that, the idea behind a martial arts business, as you can imagine, is you want to bring in brand new white belts. When you bring in those brand new white belts, then the very first thing that's going to happen is one of two things. They're going to give me a down payment or an initial upfront payment. And for us, it was $250 for them to get started with their martial arts classes. So that was one method of collecting money right up front. And I counted that as one of those income streams, all based off of the same client, right? And that's the key that I want to emphasize right there, is that we're not trying to create 8 different businesses that are all focused very different, but having one client that now you can generate multiple streams of income off of those clients. So that was the upfront money. Now, the continuity programs, which we're hearing a lot about these days, and this is one of those things we'll talk a little bit more about later on as well, but continuity programs in the martial arts world, it was a natural, because people are going to come to class every week, so they can pay monthly for their classes. And that was one way of now creating that monthly recurring income, so that as a business, it's nice to have that revenue coming every month so that you can predict it. And for many small businesses, local businesses haven't really figured out a way of how can they create a continuity program. So we're going to talk some more about that. The other option was, but that was a second stream right there. The other option was a paid in full. So some people would come in and just in order to be able to save some money on it, they would pay in full. Now that then takes away that continuity program or that down payment, but it gives me a bigger upfront lump sum payment. And that's what that PIF just stands for, paid in full. Everything that I have AM next to it, there's potentially an affiliate marketing program or product or service or something that you may be able to use in conjunction with with the concept of whether it's paid in full or continuity or whatever. The fourth thing was bundles and packages. And that is when somebody came into my martial arts program, we would have an equipment package for them to get started with. So they would have a uniform and some gloves and some shin pads to protect their shins. And they even had some upgrade packages that if they wanted to buy their sparring gear or they wanted to buy some weapons for class and so forth, I had packages and bundles available that if they bought those when they signed up, they received a discount on those. So I gave them an incentive to spend more money and to get involved. Now, what did that do? That actually committed them to stay with it, especially if they spent more money on some of those packages and those bundles right up front. The income opportunity that we had was upgrades. Now, the upgrades were going to be later on. That wasn't going to be a right away thing, but that meant that if they started with me in my basic program and they could go to certain classes, wear a certain uniform, and get certain training with the basic program, if I upgraded them to my leadership program or my black belt club program, they got a higher level of experience. And so it cost them a little bit more money, but it was a higher level of experience. But that upgrade created a new income opportunity off of that very same client. Okay, so over time, that one client was continuing to give me additional streams of income into my business from just from that one relationship. Special events, and that one applies to just about any business. And that's how can I come up with a special event that will, again, bring in a little bit more income. And those special events for us in the martial arts world were seminars or workshops that we would do. It could be one based on weapons. It could be one based on self-defense. It could be, we used to do a women's self-defense program that was an 8-week program. So that was in addition to whatever their regular training is. So we would come up with all kinds of special events that we could use to, again, create an additional income stream, all based off of that same client. Would you go to that next slide, please? Perfect. And then merchandise. You know, we talked a little bit about it with those equipment packages, but the other end of the merchandise area is things like hoodies, workout clothes, baseball hats, cups, blankets with your organization name on it, so forth, or with some marketing phrase that you use that you want to make sure that that's what you're promoting. So merchandise is another way to add another stream of income to the business. And then one-to-one services. We did that as private lessons. It could be a higher level coaching package. It could be, any kind of a service that you can do one-to-one with a client that now they're going to pay more for that service, and it's going to give them a higher level of experience with your business. And then we had testings and certifications. And so we tested for ranks in our business. But I also had certifications that I would bring in people into my leadership program, and then I would train them to become instructors. So that was a 3-year training program, but people would pay extra to go through this certification to become a certified martial arts instructor. I've seen yoga schools where they will create yoga instructor training certifications, and now they will take people through an 8-week course or a 4-week course or whatever it is to get the person certified. And so I think looking at your business in terms of whether or not that business lends itself to a certification kind of a process, that now that's something that you can actually charge something extra for. And then Power Partners is one that was one of my huge favorites. We would create a relationship. The best Power Partner relationship I had, and we did this for about 5 years, is we had the martial arts school, mine, and we had a dance studio right next door to me, and we had a Nerf gun battlefield right next door, and a kids language school. So we created a summer camp that the kids came to me for the first 2 hours of the camp. Then they immediately went over to the dance studio and danced for 2 hours. It was dance and theater, so they had a pretty cool experience there. And then they would we'd have lunch, then they would go to the language studio, and then they would end the day at the Nerf battlefield for 2 hours. They would run around a 15,000 square foot facility and shoot Nerf guns at each other. Now, we did that with my instructors as well. It was a lot of fun. And but that created an event, that created a Power Partner relationship with it of, you charge a fee, and then you've now got this activity that we could create for kids. So we sold, multiple weeks of camp during the summer, which is a time when our business was typically slow. But this helped us to balance that whole slowness out in the summer. So lots of businesses can find Power Partners that they can work with. For instance, let's say that there is a air conditioning company that teams up with a remodeling company, right, that maybe does kitchens and bathrooms and whatnot, and maybe they team up with a company that does windows and doors and so forth. And now you put on a massive event to bring people in to that event, so that it's kind of a little mini home show kind of a thing, right? So that you're marketing, and now you've got a captive audience right there. Maybe you do an event where you buy them lunch, and you've got people that are going to then be there to learn more about those businesses in particular. And when one person gets business, they then get to go into this person's home. They see what's going on. And if they see that there's potential work in some of these other areas, they can always cross-refer people in those areas. And so there's a lot of ways to use Power Partner relationships. Katie Wechter and I we're putting together a webinar, an email seminar, and we'll work on how do you set up your email system and your auto responders and so forth. But Katie can help them with how to write excellent content for that kind of a service. So that's a good Power Partner relationship with that. And then the last one I have on here are affiliate programs. And some of the very easy affiliate programs to use are those that are by eBay and by Amazon. Amazon might be the easiest one, given that there are millions of products on Amazon. And anytime you refer someone to a product on on Amazon through your Amazon link, you also will benefit from whatever else they may buy while they're there. And so if you have a captive audience, if you've got an audience of people that are following you, listening to you, reading your emails, reading your information, and you're in a position to recommend certain products, Amazon is a simple one that you can use to benefit from affiliate programs. eBay is one that has an affiliate partners program, but I used eBay as an additional outlet. One year, my school made an additional $25,000 of revenue on eBay alone because I sold numerous martial arts products such as weapons and equipment and gear and everything else through an eBay store. So it became an additional outlet. So all of these items now are hopefully will start to spur some ideas of another element that people may be able to add to their business to give them some low-hanging fruit that's right there, that's pretty simple to implement. And I want to emphasize something David said, and I'll probably emphasize it later on as well. Don't necessarily try and do everything. Pick something that makes sense for you, that you say, well, yeah, this one, I could see me doing this right away. Pick it and then go to work on that one, right? And so with many of these, you can find affiliate products or services that may fit right into your niche. And we're going to talk a lot more about that a little bit later as well. So can we go to the next slide? All right. Okay, so continuity programs. Let's talk about that for a second. Continuity programs. So one of the big things that if you start to do any research around on the internet right now, you'll see lots of courses and offerings of how to create continuity programs. And that just simply means figure out a way that you can come up with a service or a product or something that people are going to consume or use on a regular basis, so that every month they are purchasing something. Again, with the martial arts, it was easy because they're going to keep coming to class, 2 or 3 times a week. So that was an easy one. If in my world today, easy ones for me are software programs. So if somebody is if they need an email program, I can help them get set up on an email system, and then they pay for that email system on a monthly basis. That means every month I tend to start generating an income on that. Or whatever other tools that a person might use, then you want to try and figure out how can I get this set up on a monthly basis. I've even seen some, not plumbing, air conditioning, or some of the services in some of those areas where they will actually figure out a way of setting up a maintenance system that they can come out, whether it's probably not monthly, but maybe quarterly or something like that, so that they're doing regular maintenance. And you make it a price that's maybe a little bit lower than whatever the normal fee would be, so that people then say, okay, good, if I'm going to pay a little bit less, but I'm going to get this regular service, now you keep them in your system, and then you're constantly looking for what are upsells or cross-sells that I can use with them. So figure out, is there a monthly maintenance program? Are you able to create some kind of a new service and charge for it? Or are there affiliate products or something like that you can use to create some kind of a continuity program? Can we go to that next one? All right, so paid in fulls. If you have a business that is working on a monthly basis, so that you are getting paid monthly and you're not offering a paid in full kind of a system, then maybe even look at that of how can I offer some kind of a paid in full option so that I can collect more money right up front from some of my offerings. And that way it gives you, those paid in full programs gives you a bigger boost of your income right now. But if you're in a business that is a monthly generating kind of a business, like I was with martial arts, I always tried to keep 80% of the revenue coming from the monthly programs, and 20% was in paid in fulls, so that it would give my business a boost for those paid in fulls, but I would still have the consistent monthly income coming through that. So you can go to the next one. And then bundles and packages. What can you create that allows people to get a better experience, and how do I create a bundle? How do I bundle something together? And there are numerous. I'm going to go through a little bit later in this. We're going to look at who are some of the affiliate marketing organizations or in the network that you can connect with, where you can find just tons of products and services that are out there. You have to do some sifting and sorting through them to find the good ones and making sure that you're promoting quality products. But quite often you can find these additional products that will enhance your current offerings that you can then bundle together to improve your offers and to improve your packages and to improve that experience for the customer. And now that just adds more value to your offerings. That's now going to make them fall in love with your business and keep coming back to you. You can go to the next one. Where do we go there? Okay, good. And then the events, we talked a little bit about those, hosting your own special events where you're offering complimentary products and services. And when you can find those, if you can find some of those that are being offered through the affiliate marketing programs, or find other local businesses that have their own, quote unquote affiliate marketing programs set up, and then that kind of mirrors or goes right over into the whole power partner kind of a relationship as well. Whereas, how can I create an event that's going to bring people to my business, or I participate with some other business that's going to bring people to theirs, and then I get to promote and show whatever my service are. So look around in terms of what other businesses are out there that have supporting services or complementary services that would allow me to participate on that level. What's our next one? And in merchandise, similar, we talked a little bit about that as well, whereas we used to have rather than me buying a ton of coffee mugs or, those little blankets. I don't know what they call those little blankets, but they're kind of little smaller blankets that lots of businesses will put their names on them, and hoodies, so whether it was sweatshirts or sweatpants or towels with our logo on it, or flash drives, you name it. I set up an online store through a third-party company that they would print those items on demand and send it to the person, so that I could have those items available to my students without me having to order tons of supply and stock all of those items, so that it was very easy for them to go right through our portal or right through our website and order any of those items that they would like. And those companies would actually print those items and ship those items out within a day or two. So they happened really fast, and they were another good source of additional revenue especially for all of those people that wanted to, they wanted to wear the apparel, or they wanted to show the support for the business. And so creating an online store that would is kind of an affiliate kind of a program that would allow people to again expand out and increase their revenue another way. And then Power Partners is the one we talked about, of that what we did with our camps, and then we had a one or two other scenarios where we'd use the Power Partner relationships. We created workshops. We had a great workshop with one of the guys, a guy named Dan Inosanto, that if you're in martial arts, you probably know that name, but most people won't. But most people know Bruce Lee. Dan Inosanto was a guy that was one of 3 instructors trained by Bruce Lee, and was the guy that taught Bruce Lee how to use the nunchucks. Well, I partnered with another martial arts school, and we brought Dan Inosanto in for a workshop that we then promoted to everybody in the area. So we had, who knows, I don't know how many, 20 or 30 different martial arts schools represented, that all came to my school for this training with this guy. So that was an amazing event that, being open to partnering even with somebody that was in my exact same industry, but we created an event together that brought many others there for that event and created opportunities for us with that. So I would look for those kinds of events. So one of the biggest name, this was surprising to me, Share a Sale. And that'll be one of those to look up if you're interested in the affiliate marketing. Go look up Share a Sale and see what it is that they offer and whether or not they have products and services that would match with your industry, with what it is that you do. But their whole 55.7% of the market, that was quite surprising to me. And this other statistic down here, that affiliate programs generate 15% to 30% of all sales for advertisers. And so these, once again, they're really talking about those businesses that are active with publishing and promoting. And so you've got advertisers and so forth that are using the or marketers that are using the affiliate marketing concepts, and so it's a significant portion of their business. The other thing that I thought was pretty interesting, it says that all of this is on par with SEO and PPC marketing. So for a business that wants to increase their marketing, using affiliate marketing to find others to help you with marketing your business is potentially a very smart way to go, or growing your business. And again, it helps you create a sales team without you going out and hiring a sales team. So that may be, depending on what your business is, that may be a great way to increase revenue right away, is create your own affiliate marketing program and get others to bring business to you. What's our next one? All right, so what's next? So David covered some of this right here in his talk in the beginning of what he did there, but look at this, think of this. Choose one path, one method, one that makes sense to you, that you think, okay, I could use this in my business, and this seems to, if that makes sense to you, do that. Google your industry and affiliate marketing, so that now, if I were going to do it today, I might say software affiliate marketing, and see what software companies have an affiliate marketing program. Another thing to do is to go look at companies and products or services that you already use on a regular basis and see, do they have an affiliate marketing program? If they have one, then that's something to explore of now, how do you tap into that and start to use that? You'll actually be surprised at how many companies have affiliate marketing programs, but because we've never really thought about it, we're not tapping into that. So then I just identify the ones that you like the best and the ones that you might want to partner with. You can explore the list that I say, the list provided here, but it's in that. It is in the guide, the resource guide that I'm going to give everyone access to, that they can go and download this resource guide. If you haven't started building your digital list of prospects and customers, start today. There are a lot of companies, small businesses, that they don't have any central place where all of their customers are listed, or a central place where prospects are listed. And so it surprises me every time that I hear that, no, I really don't have any kind of a system in place. Well, that's really a golden opportunity. I put those words there, that there's gold in them there lists, right? Like there's gold in them hills, right? There's gold in those lists. If you get those lists in order and then start to be able to market to them, communicate with them directly, then it increases those opportunities to use the affiliate marketing on a regular basis. And then it's simply build your plan and go to work. And if you're confused still, book a discovery call with me, and we'll talk through any little details that I can, and I'll help you as much as I can. So let's go to the next page and let's look at some of the bigger names or affiliate marketing programs. And these are the affiliate marketing, some of the networks. ShareSale, you saw that. That's one of the big ones. And Avangate and eBay and Amazon, those are the biggies that are there that probably have captured most of the market as far as affiliates. But ClickBank, JVZoo, CJ affiliate, which used to be Commission Junction, Pepperjam, Rakuten, and I think that's how you say it. I don't know, Rakuten, Peerfly. Anyway, those are just some of them that are out there. But I think that if you go and you Google your industry and affiliate, you'll find tons of others. You'll find ones that I've never heard of and maybe you've never heard of, but it gives you an opportunity to explore how can you use some of these affiliate programs to generate more business.
And another phrase that you might Google to get a list of these is the phrase affiliate network. And a lot of these
affiliate network
that way.
Absolutely. Okay, good. And so this is my last slide right here. So if you want to get that resource guide, just go to stanleyandShields.com/resource guide, and you'll be able to download it. And if you need more information or you're just not sure about your industry, I'd be happy to spend 30 minutes and talk with you and just to see whether or not I come up with some ideas for you. So some industries it's more challenging than others. So we'll see. If you go get the guide, you'll see a compilation. I found a ton of fantastic articles on one on using affiliate marketing, and then some other articles on how to generate more revenue from your existing customers. So I included all of that in that document as well as there's a list of the affiliate networks and some companies with affiliate marketing programs, as well as more ways to generate revenue now and some training resources. Some are free and some are paid, but there's some great resources in there that can help you with really learning what to do and what not to do. In fact, when you download that guide, there's a fantastic article that says, here are 20 things not to do. And it really lays out some great tips on, if you want to do affiliate marketing, that do it the right way. And one of the very best tips that I got from someone early on is never to promote a product that you've never used or extensive research on, right? Because sometimes people want to do affiliate marketing just to try and make money, but they've never really used the product or the service, and therefore they go out and they recommend it, and maybe it doesn't work out as well as promised, and so then it becomes a very negative and a bad experience, and things don't go well for anyone in that regard. So,
or someone buys the product, and then who are they going to come to ask questions? Oh, how do you use this? What's your experience? Right. They're going to give you a call, and you're going to have a very uncomfortable time muddling through that call.
That's right.
Credibility will not go up.
That is exactly correct. And so really the next slide just talks about the upcoming seminars that for Marketing Department LV. And so you want to talk about that for just a second, and then we can take questions if anyone has questions.
Definitely. Yes, Stan, this is definitely packed with information, this webinar you've just given. And thank you especially for putting together these resources that people can ask for. I definitely want to look at this. And remember, affiliate marketing, Stan said this and kind of quickly, but I want to really sink it in, is that if you're doing pay-per-click marketing on Google, like Google AdWords, if you're doing any kind of SEO for your website, search engine optimization, affiliate marketing actually is going to generate as much money as these other means. So a lot of people, they're doing all this organic SEO, search engine optimization marketing. Maybe they're paying for ads on Google, and they don't realize that, hey, here's a way to generate additional income, as much income without the upfront investment. So
That's a,
there's
that is an excellent point, and I really should have had that in there somewhere. But your website, that's it, because and that was one of those avenues that I used with my students. There were certain martial arts books that I wanted them to have access to, but I didn't want to carry all those books, so I put a link on my website that led them back over to Amazon, so that they would see the book, they could purchase the book, and they could just get it directly from Amazon through my affiliate link, of course.
okay. Now what I want to show you, Stan, of course, gave this amazing webinar, and there's so much information. I doubt there's any person that's been listening to this webinar that captured everything, and you're thinking, oh my gosh, if I had only taken really, really good notes. Well, I've got a better strategy for you to capture everything that Stan said. Is just go to marketingdepartmentlv.com, click on webinars, and here you'll see our whole lineup of webinars, and you can register always for the upcoming webinar. But here you see creating multiple streams of income, and I've got a whole, you click on that and it goes to a whole page of Stan's webinar. And after the webinar, probably within the next few hours to at the most 1 business day, I'm going to have Stan's notes from the webinar, and I'll have his slides. And so, and also what we'll have is a webinar replay video. So you can go to this page once again, click on webinars and then click on creating multiple income streams, and you can recapture all the great information that Stan has given. So we'll have that up within the next 24 hours. Okay, so here we are, and this is part of the upcoming series. And let's, at this time, just go to questions. Who has a question for Stan? Stan, what's your favorite affiliate program right now?
ClickFunnels.
Okay, tell me about ClickFunnels.
Well, well, number one, I love the tool, and it just it just helps with building out these funnels or building out these landing pages and so forth. And with all the tools that are available, it's number one, I'm getting a huge education from all of it, but number two, they have a fantastic what do you call it? The process that they use. They do something called sticky cookies, meaning that when I refer a person into their system, that cookie lasts forever, meaning that so that whenever that person buys something, I receive at least a 40% commission on the sale of whatever it is that they purchase. So,
and by the way, a funnel is a lead generation system on the internet. It typically starts with a landing page that advertises your product, or that actually before advertising your product, you may just have some kind of a download on some information like the top 10 email marketing strategies. They click on that, and then now you've got their contact information, because on that page you offered to give them a free report, just like Stan did at the end of his webinar. Now you've got them in your contact system, and then they move on to maybe signing up for Get Response. So that's a funnel to generate more contacts for your contact generation system. And speaking of funnels, just really quick, like to let you know that our web designer, Tori Jones, is creating her own funnel system that she's going to market that actually goes onto your website, and you own that funnel system. and it's very creative and ultimately very, very effective. So
And bigger than that, with the system that Tori is creating, is that it's a system that is done for you. So you don't have to build it. You don't have to really understand how all that stuff works. It's a system that you answer some questions about your business, and now, boom, that system gets built for you, and now it's in place, and it starts driving business and working for you almost immediately.
that's a very good point. And if you
Yes.
notice on the webinar series, I fast forwarded here to mousing over Tori's presentation on November 19th, where she is going to talk about integrating your website into your marketing process. And I can almost guarantee that she'll be rolling out her funnel system at that point and giving you a great description of how effective it is and how to get involved. Okay, other questions for Stan?
That means I either did really well or really poorly.
Stan, I think it was the case that there is so much that you offer.
Question, but I wanted to comment. It was so informative, and I'm really happy that you took the time for the resource guide, because I'm interested in downloading that and reading a little more about that. So thank you.
Good.
Excellent. Thanks, Debbie. And really, if you listen to this webinar again, take Stan's resource guide and just use that as your multiple income stream strategy. You will find that your business is generating significantly more income with pretty much no more effort or little effort. So and I'm looking at the chat now. That's why I paused. Dixie Thompson says, good information, well presented. So good for you, Stan.
Thank you, Dixie.
And Stan, you got into a new affiliate program just this last weekend. You want to give the thumbnail sketch of that version of
Absolutely.
affiliate?
Imagine this. Imagine that there's two pieces to it, I guess. One, imagine that you had an opportunity to invest in Uber way back before Uber became what it is today, or became the disruptor to the transportation industry the way that it is today. If we could look back and go back, we'd say, man, that would have been a good opportunity to get involved with that. Or looking at what Amazon has done with the shopping industry and how it's really changed it. Well, there is a new organization called iBoomerang that is essentially doing that with the travel industry. So imagine that you have an app on your phone that if you decide you want to take a trip, you just launch that app and you get a savings of up to 70 to 80% on that trip. Because there are I just learned that there's a way of buying those trips that this company has found is now, and there is offering that to the public. And so through this app, you'll be able to get significant discounts, and the app is free. There are lots of travel clubs around that you'll pay a monthly fee for every month to then have access to discounted travel and so forth. This app is free. It just sits on your phone, so when you're ready to go, you just, boom, you do it. If you are a marketer and you want to have an income opportunity with it, then that there's an aspect for that as well. And the way that we get paid as marketers is we actually get paid based on the savings that we save for our clients. So think about that.
Yeah, Stan and I are creating join together to create a local team for Boomerang, and if you'd like to join our team and take advantage of this great opportunity, just talk to Stan or myself, And remember, it's like getting into Uber on the ground floor. So
Yeah.
actually very lucrative for your business. Okay. Well, I want to thank you all for being a part of this webinar, and again, encourage you to go to this page, Webinars on Marketing Department, and click on this link tomorrow. You'll get Stan's webinar replay. Click on this link, you get the Power of an Effective Brand Image by myself and Ed Ferrillo, who is a brand image expert nationwide. Or this link, and you get the webinar replay of myself and Katia via GDO. There we go. And the series openers. So anyway, thank you for being a part of this webinar, and we look to seeing you at future webinars in this series.